pumpkins, welcome back to another video and welcome to a little Q&A catch up. We're going to be doing some advice. I just feel like we really needed a little pumpkin fam chat, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I asked you guys over on Instagram to send me in anything you want to ask or anything you want to know. I am going to have a bit of a life update in this video as well, because I feel like we need one. But we're just going to get straight into it. Why waste any time? And we will start off with, how are you? I am very good, thank you. I'm a little bit overwhelmed at the moment, I'm not going to lie to you. Sorry, I feel like we've just jumped into this video really quickly, but I've just been itching to do this video and just sit with you guys for a bit. So I'm excited to have our little catch up, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm really good. I'm in a good place. I just do feel a little bit overwhelmed and burnt out at the moment. By the way, if you see people walking past, it's because I'm in B&M car park. But yeah, I feel like the reason that I feel overwhelmed is just that obviously for a lot of people anyway, this time of year just starts to get really crazy, and there's plans every weekend, and I've got obviously Halloween, which is my favourite month of the year, and then it goes straight into Callum's birthday, my mum's birthday, Christmas, all of that stuff just does get really crazy. And there's just a lot to do. This is the busiest time of year, kind of. Festival season and now are really busy for me with work, but in very different ways. Now's the time of year that I probably enjoy filming the most, just because I'm the happiest this time of year. I'm sure a lot of you know why, obviously, because Halloween and Christmas are just my favourite things in the world. And there's just so many videos that I want to put out this time of year. And so it does just get a bit overwhelming, and also it's a flood of social events, which is amazing. It's fine, I'm grateful for it. I love my friends and I love spending time with them. I love my family, and yeah, it just does get really busy. So I am feeling a little bit overwhelmed, kind of on the edge of burnout, I can feel. But we're just going to power through and just hope for the best. But apart from that, I am really good. I'm just living life, really. I feel like there's nothing major and exciting happening in my life at the moment. It's just a busy time of year, which I feel like a lot of us can relate, because it does just get very crazy. There's so much to do, there's so much to buy. My bank account hates this time of year. And that's that. Advice for starting a TikTok page. I always get asked this whenever I do a little Q&A or an advice video, how to start getting into TikTok or YouTube or content creating in general. And as cliche as it is, I started because it was fun and because I loved doing it, and I feel like I've never really connected. Now is very different. I have a lot of amazing, incredible people in my life now, but when I first ever started YouTube, I didn't really have many. I had obviously friends, but I didn't have a real solid group of people, and I just felt like it was an amazing way and a safe space for me to connect with other people, obviously with you guys, the pumpkin fam. And yeah, that's why I started it. And I feel like if your reason for starting it is with the pure intention of fun and happiness and fulfillment, then you're on the right track, honey, because you cannot go into it thinking, okay, I want to start TikTok to make money, I want to start YouTube to make money. Obviously, you can make money from it, and you do make money from it, but it does not happen overnight, let me tell you. It took me years, and I still have such a long way to go. It funds my life so that I can do it full time, but I'm not like balling. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just live a very normal life. And yes, I could go into a corporate job where I'm earning like triple the amount or double the amount, whatever, and it's like stable every month, but this is what I enjoy, and I just will continue to work on this until I'm balling. I mean, I may not ever get there, but you know, if I do, that'll be amazing. But if I don't, I just love what I do, and I think you just really have to love it first and foremost. Like, if you don't love it, then you're not gonna do well. I'm just gonna put it out there, because it is hard work. But if you feel like it's just something you've always wanted to do, and you just feel have like a real like love for it and a real interest in it, then my biggest piece of advice, and I have definitely learned this along the way, is just be yourself. Don't try and film content or like videos that you think that you see other people doing that do well. Obviously you can take inspiration from people, like I do all the time, it's very common, but do things that you love and you enjoy, because it's you. Like, you need to stay true to yourself, because when I tell you, people will see through it. Like, I see people all the time on TikTok or YouTube, where mainly TikTok, to be fair. I feel like YouTube is very much a different place. Like, YouTube is such a community, and it's a tight-knit community. Like, you guys that watch me on YouTube are the most loyal people that I've ever come across in my life. Like, it's wild to me. But I feel like TikTok's a little bit more fickle, in the sense that, like, oh, if someone's like trending at that moment in time, they'll do well, then it will die off and it'll be someone else. Like, I do think it kind of works like that. But just do content and do things that you genuinely love and enjoy. And even if you feel like it's maybe not a very well known, like, say for example, like with me, when I started doing music content on TikTok, the whole like emo scene wasn't very big on TikTok then. Like, obviously it existed, but it wasn't big. And I was like, oh, like, obviously I had my questions of like, oh, is anyone actually gonna really even care? But like, because I enjoyed it, I just did it anyway. And then you find your community. So just stay true to who you are, stick to what you know and what you love, and people will just see how genuine you are. Like, that is just my biggest piece of advice, basically, is just be yourself and be consistent, whether that's you post once a week, every single week, or 4 times a week, every single week. Whatever you do, just do it consistently. And yeah, just go for it. Like, just go for whatever the hell you want in life, and nothing can ever like fail, because you're still gonna at least learn something from it. You're gonna do things that are outside your comfort zone. So I don't believe you can ever fail at doing something. I just feel like you do things for a reason, and it might not be the like, oh, you're gonna become a millionaire overnight, blah blah blah, celebrity. It could just be like you learn things about yourself and your confidence improves. Like, to me, you can just never fail in something, and you just have to go for it. And if you don't do it, you'll never know. So that's my biggest piece of advice when it comes to that. But just enjoy it. Like, just have fun. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink the numbers and like how many people are watching, how many people are following. Just go with it. Do it for yourself. Would love to know a bit more about your opera, and if you still sing. PS, new comfort vlogger. I love you so much. Welcome to the Pumpkin Fam, with the best family on the internet. Can guarantee you, honey. So welcome, and I love you. So no, I don't sing anymore unless it's in the shower or when I have my solo concerts in the car. We'll be having one on the way home. So I have always, like, ever since I was tiny, loved musicals and dance, like, and all of that. And I did it for a very, very long time. My whole life was, like, dedicated to it for the biggest chunk of my life out of anything I've ever done. And I was always like more into like musical theatre, but kind of like, and if you have done like musical theatre and stuff, you will know what I mean by legit musical theatre. So you have like legit musicals are the ones that are kind of like Phantom of the Opera, Les Mis, Carousel, anything like Rodgers and Hammerstein, if that makes any sense to any of you. I don't know if any of you are into musical theatre or not, but kind of like the more like classical voice type singing, because that was just always what I enjoyed more. And when I was in year 7, I had just obviously started my senior school, and I still am friends with this girl, but basically I don't think she watches my videos, but Becky, if you do, hello. So there was a girl at my school like a good few years above me, and she, oh my god, she sang once for like a school, I don't know if it was like an assembly or a performance or something, but she basically sang in front of the school, and I was mesmerised. Like, this girl, I was like, oh my god, like her voice was just the most incredible thing. She's so beautiful, and I just was obsessed with her, and I was like, oh my god, I idolise this girl so much. And I remember we did like a production of Beauty and the Beast in my school, and she was Belle, and I was in this production, but obviously I was a lot younger, so I was just kind of like a little like background person, whatever. And I remember I like built up the courage, and I don't know if she'll ever remember this, but I built up the courage to be like, hi, I really like your voice. And I'd asked her about like where she trained and stuff, and she told me about this singing teacher called Thora that she'd been to, but at that time when I asked her, she was just training with her dad, because her dad is a singing teacher. And I was like, oh, amazing. So I was already at like a musical theatre school on the weekends anyway, but I also got some lessons with this lady Thora, who Becky had recommended to me. Went to her for quite a while, and then I basically was like, I'd chat to Becky every now and then through Facebook, and I asked for her advice. Like, she would give me advice on things, she would ask me how I'm getting on, and she was just such an idol to me. And I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe I'm talking to this girl. Like, a part of me, as much as like we're friends now, like I still fangirl, because I'm like, oh my god, this girl's voice. Like, I will have her singing at my wedding, and I've told her this, like, you will be singing me down the aisle. That's been set in stone ever since I ever heard her voice. And I basically, long and short of it, started to go to lessons with her dad, and I had lessons with him for a good few years, and he kind of became like a really important person in my life. Like, they're a very warm family, and it was always very homely. And at the time I was like struggling with stuff in my personal life, and going there once a week was like my breather. So yeah, I just like studied opera for a very long time, and I had obviously the tutors, and then I went to a musical theatre school full time after like secondary school. And I was kind of like, I don't know whether I want to go into opera or do I want to go into like the classic musicals. So I kind of was dabbling in both, because I was still way too young to do either of them professionally anyway, like what I wanted to do. So I was kind of figuring it out. Like, I'd go to Steve at the weekends, and then I'd go to my school Monday to Friday. Ended up basically falling out of love with musical theatre and dance, but that is a whole nother story. I think I've even spoken about that in a video once. That was a very traumatic time, and I was just sticking to going to Steve every weekend, and then like sometimes in the week, and I was working just like little jobs here and there, and I just literally, all my money would just go to my singing. And then basically, like, I'd done loads of performances. I performed at the O2, just saying, and I was in loads of like competitions and stuff like that. And then COVID hit, and basically Steve had said to me, like, because he like is obviously older, so sorry, this is so long, I'm so sorry if you're bored, but he was like, oh, I'm gonna need to stop teaching for a while. Like, this is when COVID was like just starting, so we were like, we need to keep away from each other, and obviously he was vulnerable at the time, so I didn't have lessons with him for a long while. And I kind of just, because obviously I started doing like TikTok and stuff in the lockdown because I had nothing else to do. I just like that just boomed and I just fell in love with it, and I kind of just lost my drive for wanting to do singing. I never say never, like you never ever know what happens in life, but opera is something that you have to dedicate your life to. It's very hard. Like I had to learn many languages, and I feel like that's why I'm quite good at languages, is because I had to sing in so many different languages. But I loved it, and I'll always love operas. Like I haven't been to an opera in a long time, but I used to love going to see them. I'd actually really like to go and see one soon. I feel like that'd be really fun. I love listening to it. But yeah, that's kind of like my opera journey, but I don't think I'd sing anymore. But then you just never know what happens in life. It's literally so true. Hey, how are you? I really want to get my septum done. I'm worried about the pain. I don't think getting your septum done is that bad. I think nostrils are way worse. So if you've had your nostril pierced, you'll be absolutely fine. It's just stingy, and I did actually film myself getting it done. If you type in my name on YouTube and then like septum piercing, it should come up the video where I got it done, and you can see it. Like it's just kind of like a flinch, and once it goes through, like the worst bit with any piercings, I think anyway, is when they're trying to get the jewellery in, but it honestly wasn't that bad. The healing's not fun. I think the healing's actually worse than getting the piercing done. Like, you know, when you're in bed and you're on your phone, then you drop your phone on your nose. Like, I've done that so many times when my piercing was healing, and I was like, oh my god, this is the worst thing ever. But I do just think getting it pierced isn't that bad. It just stings. Like, no piercing's going to be like enjoyable, do you know what I mean? But if you have had your nostril done, I promise you that's way worse. Like, my eyes were streaming with both nostrils. So if you can do nostril, you can definitely do septum. Am I really close to the camera? I feel like I might be. Let me just back it up, back it in, let me begin. Go back a little bit because I feel like I'm really close to the camera. No advice, just how are your mum and Eggy doing? Egg is Egg. He will always be Egg. My mum sends me pictures of the cats like every single day pretty much. He is doing absolutely fine. He's naughty and as boisterous as ever, but he's also so loving. I miss my Egg cuddles in bed in the mornings and at night. I do miss that a lot. But they're doing very well, and my mum is good. She is just doing what mums do. Do you know what? My mum's been really into getting tattoos recently, and she always used to say to me about mine, she was like, oh, you shouldn't put that on your body. Honey, look at you now. She gets the addiction. It's the most addictive thing. My mum got like a really tiny tattoo for her first one like a couple of years ago, and after that she's been addicted, and I'm like, told you, you can never just get one tattoo. I feel like it's just the most addictive thing ever. But they are doing really well, thank you, and I do miss Egg. I need to go and see him soon. I really, really do. Are you planning on getting pets anytime soon? Absolutely love your videos. I absolutely love you. Funny you say that, because I actually had a phone call this morning about adopting a pet. I'm not going to say what, because I don't want to jinx anything, and I kind of just want to like wait it out and see what happens. But I definitely will be adopting. I will not be going to a breeder. I don't think it's wrong to go to a breeder, because like, I've always had pets growing up from a breeder, apart from a couple. But I just feel like if you can adopt, just adopt. And like, you can even adopt like puppies or kittens. Like, it doesn't mean you're going to adopt like a 10-year-old cat or dog. Like, I just think if you can adopt, because there are so many animals that need it. But I am, well, basically today I had my initial phone call about adopting a certain animal, and I'm really excited. But I will go along with the process with you. I basically have to have like a home visit, and I feel like once I've had that and they've sort of given us the approval, I don't see why they wouldn't, because we've got like the space, but you obviously have to make sure that like it would be right, do you know what I mean? I feel like once I've had that process, which should be in the next couple of weeks, I can start telling you guys. But just know I'm so excited, and I obviously will bring you along the journey, but I just want to see, like, make sure that they approve me and stuff like that first. But yeah, we are adopting our first baby. little third baby, and I'm really excited. Anything fun coming up with you and Callum? I feel like the next big thing is obviously his birthday, his 30th birthday, which is crazy. He does not act like a 30-year-old. He is such a young, fun heart, and that's one thing I really love about him. I mean, 30 is so young anyway, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm literally 30 in 2 years. But I just feel like 30 is such a milestone. I keep saying to him, like, this is such a big birthday. He's like, not really. I'm like, yeah, it is. I feel like 21, 30 and 50 are like the big uns. And he's had his 21st. Now he's going to have his 30th next week. And I'm so excited. Like, I have so much planned for him. I just want to make it really special. So I suppose that's like the next big thing. We have got Halloween on Friday, which we're going obviously to celebrate. But then his birthday is literally a few days later. So I feel like my mind is just in Callum's 30th birthday. Just trying to get everything sorted. It's a lot. It is a lot. And then obviously we've got our first Christmas in our home, which could make me cry thinking about it. I love Christmas as it is, and I've always wanted my own home to have Christmas in. And I'm just so, like, I still have to pinch myself now that I actually, like, have my own home and, like, we have our own house. That to me is just absolutely crazy still. I'm still like, how is this real? Like, what the hell? But I love our home more than anything. I love being there. It's my favourite place to hang out. It's my favourite place to spend my days and my evenings. Like, I would much rather have a night in at home than go out. And that is saying a lot. I still have to force myself to go out because I can't just stay in home all the time. But I love being at home. And I think because I feel so safe and just calm there. And, like, we have people over all the time. And it's just such a nice, fun place. And, like, we always say we want our friends and family just to, like, pop in if they want to for, like, a cup of tea or for dinner. Like, we've got Callum's friend around for dinner tonight. And I just want everyone to feel, like, really welcome there and really at home. Because our casa, was it our casa, mi casa, tu casa, or you, something like that. I don't speak Spanish. That's one language that I never learned. But yeah, it's just such an amazing feeling. And I feel like Christmas in our own home is going to be such an exciting time. And I'm so ready for, well, I'm not ready for it because I ain't even got a tree yet, but I'm so ready mentally for it. Sorry, I'm just moving you because I feel like the sun is blurring in my face. Is that okay? I'll just lean forward a bit, it's fine. Next question is how to deal with a breakup. I'm really struggling. First of all, I love you and you will get through it. Trust me on that. It's no secret that I had a horrible breakup a few years ago. And at the time, for whatever reason you break up, like whether it's, you know, in a way of like it just doesn't work anymore, or whether it's a really traumatic one. Like, luckily mine wasn't traumatic, but it was just horrible. But whatever it is, like, it just hurts and it sucks and you just feel like the world has ended. Like, that's literally how I felt, and it's really hard to process at the time. And like, people will say to you like, oh, it gets easier with time, and each day that goes by it's a little bit easier to deal with. It is and it isn't. Sorry, I've got an itch. My bra strap's itchy. Yeah, it is and it isn't. Like, it really does, like, time is a massive healer, but like sometimes I'd find like after like a few days it was slowly getting easier, and then you just crash again and it's like, oh my god, the world is ending. Just give yourself time. And if you need to cry, just cry. It don't matter where you are. If you're at home by yourself, if you're at dinner with the girls, or you're in the middle of next, I don't know, there's a next opposite me, that's the first thing came to my mind. Just cry. Like, literally let it out, because there's only so many tears you can cry, and you just need to let it out until you literally can cry no more. Crying really helps. I think crying is actually really healthy, and I actually love a good cry sometimes. It just gets all your emotions out, and don't be afraid to let people know that you're struggling. Like, I really hope that you've got good people around you, and if you really don't, because I know not everyone is lucky enough to have like good friends and family, find comfort in other things. And I know it sounds so silly, but like for me, if I've gone through a time and I don't really, sorry, there's a siren going on. I hope whatever's happening, people are okay, but it's very bloody loud. I would find comfort in things like YouTubers. Like, I've always had like comfort YouTubers growing up, and it's like, even though you're not with that person and that person might not even know that you exist, you can find comfort in things. And yeah, just find comfort, even if you have got amazing friends and family, just find comfort in things that make you feel safe and peaceful, and just maybe make you laugh, like put a smile on your face. Yeah, just have good people around you, and if you really don't, just try and find comfort in, and I feel like that's the beauty of like social media, is that you can really connect with people online, and you can just do that by like watching their videos or whatever. And sometimes it really is a comfort. Like, I feel like the older generation would be like, that's weird, but it is true. Like, there's so many people online that I'm like, oh my god, my comfort. Like, my current at the moment is Ruby and Faith on TikTok, and I just absolutely adore them. Whenever I feel a bit like, oh, I just watched one of their videos. So yeah, definitely like find comfort in the things that make you feel happy and less alone. Spend time with as many people as you can. I always found that the mornings and the evenings are the hardest, because you wake up and you're like, oh my god, like you almost like forget about it when you sleep, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, just had a breakup. Or like you go to bed and like everyone's sort of going to sleep and you're just kind of like alone with your thoughts. I do find they're the hardest parts of the day, but just try and keep busy, keep talking to people. Even like writing your feelings down might help some people. And it's so shit, because there's no like, oh, do this and you'll feel better, but it literally is just time. Like, but then in that time, just do things that make you feel good. Like, eat your favourite foods, watch your favourite films, listen to some sad songs, listen to a bit of Dayseeker, because they always make me cry, and just do things for you. Like, a lot of self-care. Have like a pamper night, or get your nails done. Just heal yourself and just focus on yourself. Try not to focus on that other person, as hard as it can be. Try not to like look at what they're doing all the time, because I definitely did that, and it's not healthy. It doesn't help. At the time you think, oh no, it makes you feel better, but actually it's not good for you. Block, just hide them for a bit, even if it's not ended like badly. Just sometimes, just for your own mental health, you need to just erase it for a little bit until you feel ready to like breathe again and you feel like strong again. But yeah, I really hope you're okay though, because breakups fucking suck. I would say breakups and losing a pet are the two worst things to go through, in my opinion. Like, and I have, and like many people have, gone through a lot in my life, and the two things that have been the hardest, believe it or not, is losing a pet and going through a breakup. Like, they suck. But you will be okay, I promise you. Like, you will get through the other end, and then you'll be thinking it wasn't that bad. But at the time, it feels like the worst thing in the world. Like, the world is actually ending, but I promise you it's not, and you will get through it. But I love you, and I'm sending you every bit of love and the biggest hug in the world. I'm only going to do another couple of questions, just because I feel like I've really chatted in this video. This has been a really chatty video. I'm so sorry if I've chewed your ears off, but I don't want to make it so ridiculously long, this video. So I'm just going to do a couple more, but if you do want to see another one of these videos, obviously you can let me know. And you guys can always like DM me or whatever, or comment on anything, and I can answer anything. Like, I'm always here for you. If I don't see it, it's not on purpose, I promise you. Just keep sending me a message till I reply, until I see it. But if I could chat to each of you individually for hours, best believe I would. Bit of a nice light-hearted one. Who are you hoping will be at Download Festival next year? I have seen a few like leaks, but I don't know how real they are, how true they are. I would love Bad Omens to be there. I would love Dayseeker to be there again. Don't know if they'd be there again 2 years in a row, but you never know. Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens, obviously. I would love to see Chelsea Grin in one of the tents, but I don't know if that would happen or not. Who else? I feel like headline wise, I'd love Paramore to headline. Oh my god, that would just be a dream. Avril Lavigne, I'd love her to be there. Just anyone from like growing up. Bring Me again if they'd do it, I don't know. Rob Zombie, oh my god, because he is like one of the, I think he's actually like the last person on my list that I really want to see that I've never seen. I'd love him to be there. I'd love Sleep Theory to be there. Who else? Just loads really, but they're like the main ones that I'd really like to see at Download next year. So hopefully, fingers crossed. I like this question. What is your favourite part about what you do? PS, love you. I love you too. I feel like, and I feel like you guys already know the answer to this, but you guys, it literally is you guys. Like whenever I felt like alone or a bit just low in myself and kind of feel like I'm losing my spark, the people that always bring it back for me is you guys. And I'm not even just saying that, like sometimes when you leave me a comment or I get a DM of you saying like you love my videos or whatever it is, like just nice things, the trolls, please stay away, you're not welcome here. But when I get like really nice messages from you guys, I will sit there and read it 1,000 times over. Like it really keeps me going. And I think because of my BPD, I doubt myself a lot. I'm a very confident person. Like I'm confident in who I am and confident in what I wear, whatever. I don't care about stuff like that. But my self-esteem, I struggle with a little bit, as not for how I look, because I just think we're born with this face. Like you just got to deal with it. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone's beautiful. That's just stuff like that doesn't really bother me. Like if I've got a spot, I don't really care. Things like that, just like surface level, I don't care. I think everyone's beautiful. But I struggle with like my self-esteem with my personality, because I'm always questioning my personality. And sometimes, and it actually like got me a bit this morning, because I posted a video like the other week of just like a makeup video on TikTok, and someone commented this morning saying like, you really look like you've not got your spark. And I think it's because my face was just so like, because sometimes it is, and I'm not going to be like for no reason, do you know what I mean? I have BPD and I feel like you can always tell how I'm feeling, and sometimes if I'm just a bit like low, it's because I'm struggling, and sometimes if I'm really hyper and like energetic and euphoric, it's just the BPD. I'm literally like that all the time, and you guys really noticed that, and it showed me this morning. I was like, you guys really do know me. And like I didn't realise looking at that video that I looked a bit like low, but now watching it back after that person said it, I was like, oh yeah, I was obviously having a bit of a day then. And I think, yeah, it's just like my relationship with you guys, and I feel like it's not even like, we don't even have like a massive platform, do you know what I mean? Like, but you guys are so loyal, and especially on YouTube, I do feel like YouTube's a very loyal place compared to like TikTok and Instagram. Like I said, I feel like TikTok and Instagram are a little bit like surface level, a bit fickle, but still like amazing, do you know what I mean? I still love them both. But yeah, it's just my relationship with you guys, and I feel like I can tell you anything, and if I'm going through a hard time, I can say it and I don't need to fake it. Or like if I'm feeling a bit low and I'm filming, it's not because I feel like I have to film, so I'm pushing through it. It's just because that's just who I am. Like sometimes I am like feeling low, but I still love doing this, so I'm not gonna not, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I do just wear my heart on my sleeve, and I feel like you guys never judge me for that, and I just feel really safe with you. And obviously like the opportunities I've had are amazing. Like I've worked with bands that little me would have been like, oh, like shut the fuck up, that ain't gonna happen, and it's happened, and I'm like, what the hell? And I've worked with like brands, like the same sort of thing. But what it really comes down to is just you guys and my relationship with you guys. And I genuinely mean this hand on heart, if the money side completely went, I would still do it. And I know that's like easy to say, but also I did this for a long time with no money from it. So for me, it's never been about the money. Just the fact that I can do it full time and it supports me is like just the icing on top of the cake, because it means I can do it more. Whereas like if all the money side went, I would still do it. Obviously I'd go and get another job, but I would still do this as a hobby. Like, it's something that I really truly love, and I love expressing myself. I'm so much more confident talking to you guys than I am in person. Like, I'm a confident person in person, but I feel like I can be so myself with yous, and I'm just genuinely so grateful. And yes, that is definitely the best part about my job, like hands down. Like, over any bands or brands that I've worked with, over anything that's like gifted or whatever, like obviously that is incredible and I still pinch myself every day. But if all of that went and it was just me talking to you guys, I would still do it. And like I said, I did this for a long time with no money, so for me it's just never been about the money. I just love making videos. I'm a very creative person. I've never really been like a smart person when it comes to like books and stuff. For me, always it's just like creativity, and I need to do something creative. And yeah, but I feel like I've rambled so much in this video, so I'm going to bring it to an end. I don't even know if any of it makes sense, but it's just been nice to have like a little chat with you and a little catch up. As always, I want to know how you guys are doing, so if you feel comfortable enough, let me know in the comments how you are, anything fun you've been up to, anything you got planned. I would love to know. I love getting to know you guys, and yeah. But I'm gonna end the video here. I love you all so much. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm actually gonna go off to Aldi now to do a food shop, because I'm gonna make a chicken pie for dinner. But I love you all, pumpkins. I can't say it enough. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for every little bit of support that I get from you guys. I see who the real ones are, who are always liking and watching. Like, I'm just so grateful, and I'm so grateful to anyone who's just joined as well. Like, if this is the first time you're watching me or second time, whatever, welcome to Pumpkin Fam. You are so welcome, you are so loved. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it there, but I will see you guys on Wednesday for another video. Bye.